Are we just all travelling together at this point from what happened last week, I'm assuming?
I'll do a bit of an introduction. I'll do a bit
Yeah,
of an
okay, no
introduction.
worries.
So, streams up. That's cool. I'm watching. Oops, I'll read it back into myself. Excellent. Right. So, full disclaimer. I originally designed this for 9 people, so I've got no idea when this is going to end at all.
Probably in our deaths.
It could be an hour and a half. It could be half an hour, or it could be 2-3 hours. I've got no idea.
Oh god, everything went wrong.
As long as we all have fun.
What a great start.
To get that phrasing out of the way, and hopefully we won't say that again.
Sorry. I
Well,
kicked things and
Good to see
panicked.
you again, Chumley.
Champ is not here, old boy. I couldn't make
Oh
it.
no, it's not Chumley. It's Brigadier. Apologies.
Quite all right.
So, it has been a number of years since since the group of you came together, went into a village, and helped cure a plague from what you understood, but it turned out to be very differently. I think it's been it's been about 3 years to the day. You've all received a message in the same sort of similar fashion as the previous message. It came out of the blue. And it simply says, "Dear adventurers, I have wrote numerous letters to many of you. I do hope at least one of you can help me. I am a lord of a small piece of land near the coast. We do not have a lot in terms of riches to give you, but I personally have a large amount of wealth I'm prepared to pay you with if you succeed in my task. Please, if you're interested, arrive at the junction near Dorlishi, near my village, on the late afternoon of the 31st of the 10th month. I run a tavern not far from there. One of my associates will come and collect you. Yours gratefully, Barnaby Johnson VI, Lord of Dorlishi, innkeeper of the Lord's Inn." It is late afternoon of the 31st of the 10th month, and this is the junction that you will be meeting at.
Taking some notes real quick, apologies.
Alright, so I'm gonna be bringing my way in from this side.
Going for a slightly different direction.
Down here.
I
Notice the
say,
people. Notice the people. It's the Brigadier.
I say, I know that form anywhere. Bernie, old boy, is that you? And Lucius, Gwynny. Ah, splendid. So, what the devil are you all doing here? By the way, whiskey?
Oh,
Ah.
Corny. Lovely to see you again. I knew you'd have the beverages.
My dear, it is wonderful to see you, and of course, it's very improper to be seen without a beverage in hand. One never knows when might need to give a toast, you know.
It's half of the reason why I didn't rock up with these spirits. I had a feeling that the Brigadier would be rocking up. He gets hold of some better spirits than I could ever.
Yes, well, strange business with this note, you see. It told me to come here. I didn't know you fellas were coming as well. Marvellous, though.
Ah, you got one of those as well, did you?
Yeah, I'd say, Bernard, you get one of this as well, Gwynny?
I do, and I'm going to wave a piece of paper about.
That's why I had a feeling you were going to come, Brigadier. This feels awfully similar to that incident 3 years ago.
Well, with that
yes.
bleeding healer, which wasn't a healer.
I say, do you know what? Anytime I get round a campsite these days and they're asking me for war stories, because they've heard most of them, but do you know how often it comes up now? Did I ever tell you the story of Gwynny the Giant? My lord, it's a killer. The people love it, my dear.
Oh, those were good times. Those were good times indeed.
Yes, well, anyways, a lovely chit chat and all that, but this note said some fellows meant to be meeting us here. Unless one of you are the fellows?
Oh,
sure
got
The
no like
letter's not
that.
from me.
Ah, same here.
Apparently,
Well,
we're looking for a Barnaby Johnson.
Well, he
Ah,
better turn up soon, or I'll kick him in his Barnaby Johnson. I'd like to just have a look around, see if I can spot any sign of anybody coming up or watching us or anything like that.
Sure. Do you wanna give me a perception roll?
I certainly do.
in the meantime, Brigadier, may I have some of that whiskey?
Of course, of course.
Ah, it's always nice when you're around.
Anyone else checking the area, or is it just going to be Cornelius?
I will do a
Um,
roll also.
So I'm just having a nice big old squig of the nice gift whiskey. Like full on, tilting back. And I just dropped my headset. That's my bad.
Cornelius, you don't really see a lot. Basically, you can just make out it's a bog standard junction.
What are you doing?
That's all you can really make out.
Enough?
Bernholt, you have noticed something in particular. Yes, it's a bog standard junction, but it has rained recently. You are aware of this, but looking at like the cart tracks on the floor and the footprints from days gone, it has been some length of time since anybody has come this way.
So it's looking around and taking that. It doesn't appear that anyone's been this way in quite some time.
Yeah.
As I finished, me, like, how can you tell?
Look at the marks on the ground. It's fairly settled. There's no wagon marks and footprints. It's all dirt.
That's what you're saying. Ah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yes, this whole thing's coming across as a lot at this point. I hope you don't mind me saying so, but
Well, the letter did indicate that we were heading to a coastal area. Well, which way's the sea?
you know,
Don't ask
not
me. I hate the sea.
I'm sure. Very quickly, just out of game before you go any further. Tom, I don't know if it's just on my end, but your display picture and stuff isn't showing properly. Oh, now I see your face.
Yep, same.
Okay, that's fine.
That
Splendid.
Sorry about that. I thought I didn't want to go any further without mentioning it.
with that, all four of you hear a noise from behind you.
What the bloody hell's that?
Not me.
Ah, what's
Dad?
what now?
It says you're here. Well, Lord Barnaby, no, you're here. I've been told to come collect you.
Hi, we're
Yeah.
here to see Barnaby. Where's he?
Excellent. Follow me. It's just down the hill, just some path.
How do we know who you are, dear boy? Please introduce yourself, prim and proper.
It's Roger. Did the letter not state that someone will come collect you? Our Lord is quite busy.
Yes, but I need to
have
know that you're
a-
the right someone coming to collect us, dear boy.
Don't worry, I am the right person indeed. I have just come from my Lord's inn. He's, like I said, he's quite a busy man. We are a small village, you see. And the Lord actually helps out quite a lot with the village, which is why he runs one of the inns himself.
I say we follow the chap. And if he starts to lead us astray, then we'll just bloody kill him.
Hello, solid plan, Bernie. On we go.
No, there'll be no need of that. Don't worry, I will be leading you to the right place. And sort of before you can do anything, he's literally just turned around and started walking. And as he's walked away, he's just shouted, "Follow me! Follow me!"
Well, this fella's awfully eager, ain't he?
Yeah, that's quite well. Let's just See where he goes, shall we?
No.
Volk
Yeah,
comes up.
he doesn't
Who's
really
putting
say a
the
lot.
wounded in first?
He doesn't really say a lot on the journey. He sort of keeps a good pace in front of you all. But he does actually lead you to a building a little bit further down the hill. Sort of a bit on a plateau, if you get me. You do notice, like, the road that you've been walking on does continue past, like, the inn is on the right-hand side, and the road carries on down towards the village down the hill.
Sounds lovely.
So he leads you to the inn. Before you've actually got to the inn, he's gone inside himself, and then
Right, Jill, while he's been leading us and
Yeah.
going wherever and stuff like
Oh.
that, I'm going to have been sort of looking around, scanning, trying to get a bit of a lay of the land and sort of being quite military about it, what would be a good sort of point if there was going to be an ambush and stuff like that.
yeah, sure. Do you want to roll a perception? So yeah, as far as you can see, it's just pure countryside. It's a nice day, well, nice afternoon, I should say. Clear skies, nice and sunny. Just seems like you're out in a pleasant countryside. Yeah,
Alright, fair enough.
he's gone into the building, and
Alright, so as it comes in, I'm just going to immediately head over towards the bar.
volume okay for everyone.
Yeah.
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 I'm gonna take a seat over here. Right. I'm gonna rely on the brigadier to choose the beverages because he always has a good sense for that stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down as well.
Alright, so I was going to be kind of at the bar. I'm not necessarily going to be summoning the guy over, but I'm kind of listening and watching, waiting a little bit as well, seeing what's going on.
Just a bit of an out of game thing. I might randomly start talking to dog because she's doing very strange things. So I should randomly start talking for no reason. I am talking to a doggo.
And not yourself.
No. Like right now, she's trying to get under a triple folded quilt because she's a weirdo.
Just got no reason.
I've rolled it into a
So-
ball and she's trying to get into it and she doesn't know how.
So the bartender's noticed you, Cornelius, and he's approaching you to go, oh, we don't get many of you here.
No, I
Ah.
expect not.
What would you like to drink?
Well, do you know, in my travels, I've always learned in a new place, the best thing is always to go local. So, tell me, my good man, what is the best locally sourced beverage? What's the popular one around here, the one that everyone goes for? Whatever it is, I'd like 4 of them for me and my companions. Thank you.
He sort of looks a little bit shocked at what you've requested, and he goes, okay. I guess you've not heard of our spirit. And he sort of whips out 4 glasses, about yay big, sort of tumbler size,
No.
and he pulls a bottle out from underneath the bar, unpops the cork, and pours all 4 of them. It's a bright green drink. There is an intense smell of alcohol coming from it. These are the drinks that we're known for.
Marvellous.
Just don't drink too many. They are quite strong.
Yeah, blend it.
He looks you up and down again and goes, well, actually, for someone your size, you might need 2 or 3. But, enjoy them.
Well, I appreciate your enthusiasm, good man. We will try these and possibly come back later on. I will just drop like 4 gold on the counter and just kind of look and make sure that that's not going to get me yelled at for being too little.
He pushes it back. He goes, no, I know who you are. Lord Barnaby has told me we was expecting some newcomers. So, the drinks are on him.
Oh, splendid. And these are local and you say quite good.
Yes,
And they're on the chap that we're here to see, correct?
correct.
Lovely. I'm immediately going to quaff all 4 of them and request 4 more.
Did I get a Constitution saving throw?
Certainly.
Yeah, there's no problem with that. You've tanked them 4. You feel a little bit whoa, but
Whoa!
he pulls out 4 more. And says, "Try not to drink too much too quickly."
Yep, splendid. Thank you very much. And I'll just kind of gather them up in my arms as steady as I can, carry them back over to the table, and just kind of sit down in my seat.
Took you so long.
The service is wonderful. But the young chap behind the bar recommended these beverages, and we just had a little bit of a chat about the drinks. He was telling me all about them. He mentioned to me that they're green, you see, quite popular with the locals. A little bit of a kick, the old man said. So go steady.
Did the chap behind the bar say where Barnaby would be joining us, or?
You know, I didn't ask, but he did know that we were here to see him. So
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's a
that
bit of
may have been
influence, this
something.
guy.
Lucius, my man, why don't you go and ask the fellow? He may adopt to you more than me.
I suppose. Pick
Uh,
up one of the glasses. Go pick up one of the glasses and just neck it straight away.
Don't drink them too quickly. You know what you've ordered, don't you? These are our village's strongest drinks.
Oh, it's a bit late now. It's already
I
down the
know
gullet.
who you 4 are. I am Lord Barnaby. I am the one who has summoned you here.
Ah, so it's you then.
Yeah, but what's the game, old boy?
What could we be helping you with?
Oh, this is a matter of great discreetness. Do you understand?
Oh, okay, yeah, so not here. Splendid. Well,
No,
lead the way, good boy,
we
and
can
then I'm
talk
just
here.
gonna drink my drink off as well.
He's going to sort of just be like, no, please enjoy. Sit down. We can talk here. My barmaids around here, they know of the story. It's his villagers, and he's going to sort of slightly point like that. Just behind him, so the villagers can't see him. It's them I don't want them to hear. I love my villagers, but it's an issue that addresses him to. What he's going to do, he's going to pull a chair up from here and sort of sit down with you all.
Well, you seem like a polite enough chap.
Well, thank you. I am well mannered. I've been trained to be a lord since I was born. I was born into this.
Considering I've kind of necked this and was trying to get information, can you call someone over to bring another one? It's quite tasty, this stuff.
Yes, I know. But please.
Oh no,
Don't be thinking anymore till I've explained the situation. Then you can.
I'll take it slow with the next one.
Could I learn a little bit about you all? I only get these messages that lots of adventures, and it's only you 4 that have turned up.
Ah, well, I mean, a little bit rude to not know who you're inviting, I suppose, but I understand. Well, etiquette's different in this part of the world, clearly. Allow me to introduce myself, sir. I am the Brigadier Cornelius Nigel George Thornbury Whitworth V, at your service. Military hero, wonder to all, and current mercenary for hire. These are my companions, all of whom are incredibly trustworthy, all of whom would outdrink a griffin. I'm sure they're willing to introduce themselves. I'm just going to go back to my drinks.
I'm just going to reach over. I can burn hold fifth whistle. Very, very, very pleased to meet you, Barnaby. Very, very keen to find out how much you plan on paying us for this little expedition or mission or whatever we'll be doing.
And he's going to sort of acknowledge you and just go, yeah. Okay.
I'm just gonna stand up, like half stand up, and I'm gonna just go, Guinevere. Friends call me Gwenny. we aren't there yet. And then just sit back down.
Looking a little bit taken aback as you go, oh, okay.
Corny chokes on his drink and gives you a smile. So it's very, very good.
Folk call me Lucius. Shan't give him a proper name, but Lucius is what we'll go with.
Okay, well, you seem like you're perfect for the task. Ah, right, I will explain my problem. I don't know if you know, but there's not a lot down there, apart from the village and my tavern. Now, let me explain. I am the lord of this land, and I work with the village a lot. I'm not like your typical lord that sits in the building and just is prim and proper. No, I get stuck in, I go fishing, I do the fields, I'm looking.
Excuse me, dear boy. Don't mean to be rude, but time is money, and both of those things can be spent drinking. I love the backstory, loving the setting, but how much is relevant to what we need?
Now look, this is just a simple investigation task. Like I said in my letter, we do not have a lot of wealth, but the wealth that I do have, you are welcome to if you find out the problem. Yeah?
Oh, wealth. Welcome to wealth. Well, if we're welcome to your wealth, dear boy, then please, by all means, tell us everything that you feel to need. And I'm just going to sit back in my chair, put my feet up, and kind of just summon for another glass of green drink, and just shrug at everyone else like, I don't mind listening.
The bartender's just nodded at you. He knows what the crack is with you and what it's going to be like. You're not the first person he's served like this. He pours another 4 glasses and brings them over while Barnaby explains the situation.
So as he drops the 4 on, I just want to now it's common practice, and Bernie Gwynny, back me up on this. You have a beverage we're discussing. Bring one for our friend here, please.
No, I'm quite alright.
No.
I do have the bar to run afterwards. Maybe later when if you've succeeded this task, I will join you with the drink.
If they don't want it, I'll have it.
But please, so like as I was saying, me and the village, we have a wonderful relationship. But recently things have been happening that I cannot explain. I don't want to go around and punish everyone. I really don't. I love them. But it seems everyone's attitude has just changed very quickly overnight. I need you to find out what has happened.
Well,
I can give you all the help I can, but I know nothing. The only thing I know is that a few foreigners have arrived not so long before this happened. And I think it is them that have twisted them against me. And the foreigners themselves, when I've gone to confront them, they just ignore me.
Do you want them to bleed, or do you want answers from them?
No, I don't want you to kill them. I just want some answers. I mean, if the foreigners end up dying, so be it. But try not to. I'd like to keep a positive image. I'd like to retain my relationship with the village.
So what I'm hearing there is I should be the last resort then.
Exactly, good sir. I can see why you have come.
now, when you say that their attitudes have changed, dear boy, how exactly do you mean?
So, before the foreigners came, it was a case of every time I'd walk into the village and help them, we'd have nice conversations, they'd smile. It was like we were one big family. Recently, I just get ignored. A lot of them as well look like they're staring right through me.
Alright, well, it sounds to me like these foreigners are probably a good place to start, boys. And Winnie, of course. But what can you tell us about them? Anything we need to know?
I know nothing. Like I said, they ignore me. They've ignored me since they've come to me.
Do you know where they are? Can you point us in the rough directions?
They're in the village. That's all I know. I couldn't tell you where in the village.
Do we have some kind of physical description that we could maybe go from to try and maybe understand and know what we're looking for?
They look a lot rougher than the normal villagers. I mean, I know the villagers look rough. Yes, this is a small little fishing village. It is what it is. But these two look particularly rough, if you get what I mean.
So, you want us to go out into a village full of, and no offence here, poor people, and look for
The
some
poorer people.
poor people.
I know how it understands, but you'll understand once you get into the village. We are a very small village, a very tight-knit community.
Is there anything that would bring them out? Are they known to say rob people? And they're on the poorer side of things. If one was to say trounce down a dark alley wearing one's blingiest shit, would this attract the attention? Perhaps could we meet them there?
No, I don't. No, I don't think they would rob you. I do think if you spend
I
some time in the
very
village,
sadly
they will.
put away a whole bunch of like sovereign rings.
I do think, however, that after you spend some time in the village, they will come and see you because I imagine they will want to turn you against me, like they've done everyone else.
I have a cunning plan, actually, here, witty old boy.
Oh, good lord, I've heard those words before.
It's rather splendid, though. Genuinely rather splendid.
Would you
Well,
say it's cunning, Bernie?
I'd say it's more cunning. I'm not gonna. It's an incredibly cunning plan. I'll divulge it shortly.
Okay, let's hear it. Well, I tell you what, if you're going to divulge it shortly, I'll tell you my plan first. It's an odd way of doing things, Bernie, but then again, you always want to have a chat. It seems that this chap, whoever they are, don't like this Lord fellow. So if we go out and sing the praises of the Lord fellow, are we going to attract their attention?
Well, it somewhat plays into what my idea was going to be. My idea is as Barnaby has just told us, that these gentlemen would like to maybe turn our opinions towards him. But obviously that involves the time taken to find out that we're here, and then to locate us. Maybe we formally introduce yourself to the town square. We'll march on down, I'll blow a big fanfare and formally introduce that Brigadier Cornelius Nigel George Thornbury Whitworth V is within the village.
if you want, boys, that's it. If you want, boys, I could play the one who's a bit buyable, if you know what I mean.
Well, I say, if we're going to do that, do you know what I reckon here? I reckon our best chance. Bernie, wonderful idea, 100% behind it. Let's make it special. Okay? I'll follow up. Gwynny, big, important general brigadier such as myself, have a bodyguard. Get to fill the row. That keeps you on the close by, and our sneaky little Lucius here can just be in the crowd, keeping an eye, seeing what's going on. What say? I'm game.
Only one of us is going to blend in with a crowd.
That's very true.
If you want somebody to be observant, I could do that.
Over here in the plan is gone. I feel that your plan is a good one. I like it. But I think you're rather overestimating the size of the village. But you'll see. Like I said, when you go down, you'll see. But please have as many drinks as you want here. Obviously, remember you're here to do work. I would rather not you be drunk all over the village. But if that's how you work, that's how you work. I'm not going to judge. But please,
Listen, you're offering free drinks, fella.
yes, he sort of looks a bit taken aback, but yeah, just see the bartender and he'll sort you out. And with that, he's just sort of going to disappear back over to the villagers.
You said it was late evening time, was that right?
It's sort of mid-afternoon.
Mid-afternoon. Alright, okay. Well, look, what say we wait until kind of evening time-ish, give it an hour or two, people finishing work or doing whatever, and then we'll go and do our thing. We've got a couple of hours to kill, and I say, boys, and Grenadier, I've got a way to kill it, and I'm just going to hold my glass in the air and wait for it to be refilled.
I say I can either be a face in this relatively small crowd, or I can play somebody who's a bit more buyable to whoever may be watching and be a bit of a double agent.
You do what you do best, boy. You do what you do best.
Well, I'm never been a person in charge, so which do you think would be more effective, a double agent or a face in the crowd?
Just blend in, old boy. Just blend in.
Yeah, I
So,
think that's probably for the best. Blend in. This whole double agent business, it reeks of an epic failure somewhere down the
Remain
line.
inconspicuous.
the
Face in the
bartender's going to
crowd
come
it is.
over and he's just going to go, oh, okay, I know what you're like. And he's just going to put 2 bottles down of what he's been serving you.
Right, I'm just gonna look at
Lovely, dear boy.
Blend in.
I
Good
like
job.
this chap. This chap knows what's going on.
I'm once again gonna try and give him like 5 gold.
He's walked off before you can even give it to him. He's sort of just gone, oh, alright, okay, fair enough, fine.
Alright, is there any other like waitresses and stuff knocking around?
Yeah, there's the 2 here.
Alright, so that one that's closest to us, as I've had a few of these bevies now, I'm just gonna summon her over. It's like, there you go, this is for the chap behind the bar, make sure he gets it. I'm just gonna like hand her 5 gold and just send her on her way.
Thank you, my love. Yes, thank you. And she'll trot over and try and give it to him.
There you go, I don't care what happens now, I've done my bit. So yeah, I'm down for the plan if we're going to wait until the evening time. Don't know.
Is there any benefit to waiting?
So he's still going with the fanfare and facing the crowd option then, yeah?
Absolutely.
Right
Well,
then.
I tell you what, Bernie, you're quite right, I suppose. I was thinking maybe evening time more people would be free, but if you want to just crack on now and see what happens, there we go. Let's get it done.
We have absolutely... I don't even know what day it is at the moment, Robin. I've drunk too many of these.
Well, it's pretty good stuff.
Look, we need to get the attention of these strangers. Let's just go do it.
I'm certain your drums will get enough attention. I've heard them before.
I've got my doot stick, old boy.
Ah, you're onto the... Ah. I heard you do that one before. You...
Oh,
Last I heard was the drum.
Do you know, Bernie, I was inspired by you the last time we met, and you becoming quite the musical man and stuff, and you know, I've been trying it myself. I'll give you a demonstration later on. I'm turning myself into a hip-hopist.
Just
I'll test it with you later.
as those words leave,
Can I slap him? I really need to
Brigadier's-
slap him.
as the words leave the Brigadier's mouth, I'm just gonna be like face palming, like, oh Jesus, he's making puns about himself.
Big 4-fingered hippo palm slap.
I'm going to
I will
move the
accept
bottles
you.
away from Corny and just shake my head in disapproval.
Lucius,
will
do you
take
have a
them from
costume or something you can adorn to make yourself blend in with these locals?
Oh well, all I need to do is take the more bulky parts off for their head, so I'll just like slip my pauldrons off and just look like I'm wearing a leather coat.
So if there's no crowd around, maybe just make yourself a little bit unnoticeable beside a building or some shit. No, just don't draw
See if
attention.
you can hear someone
Like
moaning.
because my main weapon's my pack weapon, I can just sort of send it off into a extra dimensional space. So I don't have a weapon on me. It's just like a leather coat, just walking around.
That's pretty cool.
So while you
Packed
guys have
weapons
been
for the
doing
win.
this, while you guys have been doing this, I've gone round and each of the glasses that had any of this, whatever it was left of it, I've decanted it into multiple little hip flasks and stuff that I've had about the person, stashed them away, and I'm now waiting by the back door, and I'm like, Bernie, come on now, big introduction, bugle and fanfare, like when we went into that elf place. Do you remember? It was one of our first times out together.
As he sort of tromps off, I'm just going to nudge Guinevere. It's like, he's a bit heavy on the drink this time around, isn't he?
He drinks more and more every time I see him. And I'm going to kind of make my way in front of him and be like, remember, I'm your bodyguard. Stay behind me.
And as my bodyguard, I feel it's only fair that I give you something to help protect yourself. So here, take this, and I hand Winnie 2 of the flasks. Put them in your breast pockets and I'll deflect the shot or something.
Wonderful. And I just took them both underneath my big hippo boobs.
As they're leaving, I'm going to hang back a bit and just give it a bit of time for them to walk out.
Unlocked new kink, hippo boobs.
Considering hippos aren't very furry, what would you call it?
A leathery?
Leather, yeah, I was just about to go there.
Excellent.
Like, you're not into leather, you're just into leathery.
Excellent. But yeah, like I say, I'm
Yeah.
going to hang back a bit and just sort of be like, meh. Sort of act
So
like
you're
a
all leaving,
stranger.
yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be a bit further behind the group, but yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's okay.
At this point, I think I just want to march pretty much directly to the center of whatever would be the center of this village and start getting this on. My courage is very much on the Dutch variety at this point, and I am well up for it.
Oh, Dutch courage is the best kind of courage.
Yeah, as you've left the tavern, you're gonna hear the noise sort of died down, and you're back on this like little single track road.
Heading down the hill.
And yeah, you're just walking down the hill.
Can we see anybody yet?
Can't see anybody. If anybody wants to roll a perception, I'll describe what you can
Yeah,
see.
I will do.
Yeah, I'm taking my role as bodyguard very seriously at the moment. I've got the face on and everything.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. I'm hanging back a fair bit, so.
Oh, I don't know why it rolled. Disadvantage.
Hanging back but keeping my eyes out.
Why is it
Just get my
changed?
character sheet up.
It's got that thing on the character sheet.
Yeah, I've changed it now. I just don't know why it would that.
I'll take it 20. It's fine. Okay, so Cornelius and Lucius. Yeah, essentially what you've realised, it's a steep hill now that you're going down into the village. You can see the sea. Bernie, again, really steep hill. You've noticed again that this path has not been used for a long time. And Guinevere, you've noticed the same as the other three, but you have noticed something a bit odd. You can't quite put your finger on it, but there's almost like an odd smell in the air.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm
Being
going
a
to choose
couple
to
of
not really tell anyone just yet. Keep that to myself.
being a couple of drinks deep, I'm taking my VIP role very seriously, and I'm almost doing like an Elmer Fudd creeping as I'm walking behind Gwynny.
Sneak.
I'm a sneaky hippo. I am what you call a stealth hippo.
Yeah, as you arrive into the town, you come out at the very bottom of it down here.
Ninjapotamus.
I'm not going to place myself just yet. I'm going to let these three sort of make
Can I
their way
get
into town.
Can I get a perception roll from all three of you?
Certainly.
As I say, I'm still hanging back a bit. So.
Yeah.
Failed again.
Yeah, I'm too busy. I'm too in the role at the minute to see anything that's going on around me.
I'm psyching myself up to address the crowd.
Bernie and Cornelius. It looks like a quiet old run-down fishing village. There's a few people about that you've noticed. That's it. Nothing is sparking any sort of like suspicions from you. Lucius, you notice a little bit more. And so you've noticed it is like a quiet, run-down fishing village. But you've also noticed like it's just frozen in time. Like there's no birds going overhead. everything just seems sort of set, if you get what I mean. Sort of
Dead
got a
quiet.
really, odd little persona about the place.
Right.
Guinevere, being that you rolled a 20 again.
God damn.
You notice something in particular. You've noticed that on top of all of that you basically see the village as abandoned. Like mold, decay have taken over a lot of the buildings, but the people there just carrying on like normal. But like there is a significant amount of mold and decay and run down buildings.
While all this is going on, I'm really getting into the whole bodyguard thing at this point, and I'm still creeping behind Gwynny, and I'm starting to just hum to myself and say, "Gandalf will always love you," because I'm creeping behind.
I'm gonna stop Corny and Bernie for a second, just point it out to him and just be like,
Nah, she's sat on
It's
top
not-
of it, but
"It's not the nicest
keep the
village
beat.
we've been to, is it? I mean, the villagers seem happy enough, but look at the state of some of these buildings."
Well, I say then, why don't we say that a part of the reason that we've been sent here is to renovate the village and bring it into like a trading thing with the gift, something like that. I'll be the official ambassador of the Gift Empire. These people weren't there. That'll attract attention.
I don't know what anybody's talking about.
We have to go get their attention first.
Oh, yes, indeed. I'm going to whip my horn up from my side and just take a couple of big strides forward and just... Presenting Brigadier Cornelius Nigel George Thornby Whitworth the Fifth.
I'm gonna step forward and start waving.
The the two of them just in front of you, just sort of like they were in conversation. They've noticed you, they've seen you do that, and they've just sort of just gone to each other, and within earshot as well. They've just sort of gone, "Fuck it, outsiders getting weird every day." It's been a while since we've had some outsiders, but these are some. Are you all right there?
What do you mean? I say, come on now. They did the horn. Bernie, blow your horn again. I don't think they heard.
Oh, we heard your horn. Don't you worry about that. We heard your horn.
You want to hear my horn?
Just as all this fanfare is going on, I'm just gonna sort of slip over here.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a bit weirded out by this. Why are you three, whatever you are, here?
Well, as my colleague just said, I am the Brigadier Cornelius Nigel George Thornbury Whitworth the Fifth. I am here as an ambassador of the Great Gift Empire. Your wonderful little village here has been chosen to be the next stop in our wonderful port of trade all around the known world. Now, see, however, we need to get this place in ship shape first. A little rundown and whatnot. Need to make it look spick and span. I'm here to oversee that. Now, who is in charge? Who can I speak to? Who will get things done, as it were? I am done speaking. Bernie, please toot the horn.
Oh, the horn again. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think you've come to the wrong place. If you wanted a big port, this is just a little fishing village that our fathers have looked after. But if you want to see the man in charge, just turn around, go back up the hill. It's the inn on the left. You want to speak to Lord Barnaby?
No, the man is a fool. I wish to speak to someone who is actually in charge. Come on now.
He's definitely not a fool. Could I get a perception roll from you? Guinevere, Cornelius, and Bernie. Cornelius and Guinevere, yeah, you don't really notice a lot. Bernie, you've noticed something with both of them. They're both sort of talking to you, and how they're speaking seems completely normal. However, their eyes are sort of just looking straight through you, like they're not even phased of what you are. They've never seen anything like this in their lives. They've inbred families from eons ago, and they're just looking straight through you, like you're not even there.
I'm gonna get like close up to one of them. Like, you do realise that I'm a sodding 8 foot tall hippo, don't you?
Yeah, I see. I see you're an 8 foot.
What do you see? You see,
Yeah,
but do you really see?
yeah, I see you're a hippo.
You do see I'm a hippo, but do you
Yeah.
really see I'm a hippo?
He's just gonna turn to his mate on his left and go, "What the fuck is happening?
I'm a hippo!
I can
Well,
see you're a hippo."
Can you see I'm a hippo?
while this commotion's going on, can I do an investigation to see if I can see anything majorly out of the ordinary?
Apart
Yeah,
from the
sure.
hippos screaming at the villagers.
Apart from that, yes.
I'm just going to turn to the villagers and just go, we usually get a reaction. At least something.
Negative.
Lucius, you see nothing. It's a rundown old town. That's all you see.
Fair.
Yeah, they're gonna address you. They're gonna go. I don't know what to say. If I'm being honest. I guess. I guess. You can. We can like tell you a little bit about the village if you want. I don't really know what you want us to do. We're just simple fishermen.
Yes.
Well,
Right.
what about the people that are around here that aren't fishermen? What do people that don't fish do?
Well, they do the crops. As you can see, he's going to point to the windmill over there. Just go, we make our own flour. We make our bread. We do stuff by ourselves. We don't really need to buy anything from anyone.
So
Yeah.
while they're talking, um, and like just explaining stuff to Bernie, I'm going to be kind of walking around them, but I'm going to be doing it, like a general would walk around his troops, kind of like very straight back, looking down at them. But as I'm doing this and kind of just walking around and circling them, I want to be trying to like inspect them and look at them, see if there's anything odd or unusual about them themselves.
Yeah, sure. Do you want to roll an investigation? Basically, they look like what they look like. They look like they're run down fishermen that do a lot of work in the day, worked all their lives. You have noticed the same as Bernie though. You have noticed their stares are really vacant, like just looking straight through you, like there's no bother.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm just going to turn to like Bernie and Gwyn and like, well, not gonna lie to you, chaps, I'm a little stuck on where to go.
A little bit unnerved.
I'm going to turn to the villagers and ask them, so what do you think of this Lord Barnaby? Is he good?
Love him. Yeah, he's amazing. Um, his family have looked after this village for years, and he's probably been the best lord since I can remember. And what my father's told me, and his father's told me. Yeah, we love him.
You all
So
seem
as
to
much
live
as
for a
anyone
bloody long time, considering you live in a shithole. You all know your grandfathers, and you're all living in squalor.
Now,
There's no
Bernie,
squalor here. It's going to look around and be like, "There's no squalor here."
cultures are
Listen,
different to ours, Bernie. That's fine.
you are newcomers. I can give you a quick little tour and just point things out around the village. There's not really a lot here. I won't really bother walking around.
You know what? I'll take
Uh,
that. That sounds
yeah,
good.
As
Go for a walk.
there you go.
right, I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna try something. As the guy turns around, or whatever, to start giving us this tour, I'm just going to turn to Bernie and Gwynny, and I'm going to put my hand up as though I'm kind of like almost whispering, but I'm going to say it loud enough for them to overhear. And I'm just going to turn around and go, do you know, it might be a problem if we have to overthrow this lord. They seem to quite like him. And just see what happens.
So they've overheard that.
I would have said it loud enough for
Yeah.
them to overhear. Like I'm basically wanting to see if
You're gauging a
they
reaction,
react.
aren't you?
Yeah, I'm trying to get a reaction or something out of them. Obviously, I've not expressed this to Bernie and
Coaxing a
Gwynny.
reaction out of them.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of hoping
So-
that Bernie and Gwynny get what I'm doing, and I'm
Yeah,
just trying.
they've heard you. There's just no reaction at all.
Right,
So
okay.
he basically turns around and just goes and points. Right, the big building there. That's the shipyard. That's where we just make our little boats to go out. The building on the left here. This is our inn. So I know the Lord's got the inn up there, but this is our inn. We wanted an inn down here. The rest are just houses, apart from the windmill just over there, like I pointed out earlier. And then we've got the pier where we launch our boats off. That's it. Tour's done. That's all that's here.
Right. Okay. Well, I say you mentioned that you've got your own inn. I don't know about you chaps. I'll turn to Bernie and Gwynny and I'm like, but I know an inn and a beverage. Maybe
Witty!
you know,
Fucking no.
listen.
Stop it!
Oh,
No, no, you're being ridiculous. Stop.
fine,
Stop.
I will
You've
have
got
it.
alcohol on you. Stop.
Listen, I
No,
will just have
you
a
stop.
sample of the
You
local
listen.
mint.
I listen to you. I fucking slap you with my drum. I swear. I swear to Gipsus, I will slap you with my drum.
Bernie, people talk in an inn. We might learn something. That's all I'm trying to say.
But you drink in an inn and you're already drunk. It's disgusting. Now stop it.
Right, fine. Well, then I will go and do something else. I will tour around the docks. I'll have a look at the boats. I know a thing or two about boats. You two go into the inn, have yourselves beverage.
I'm not going into the inn. I'm going to go find Lucius. And I'm just going to go stomp off and go see if I can find Lucius.
As he leaves, I immediately head towards the inn.
Are you going inside the inn?
I follow Corny, just like shaking my head. And of course you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
going
I'm
in?
going into the inn. I would like to go into the inn, yeah.
Okay. So obviously you'll be coming in here.
Okay. So I'm going to, obviously, I'll have seen sort of Gwynny coming in behind me. I'm like, ah, jolly good old girl. And then, yeah, just kind of walking up to, I'm assuming this is kind of like the bar area.
It says yes.
Yep, so I'm just going to kind of walk in. I'm going to head to the bar. Just going to grab the barman's attention and make 2 ales or whatever similar if you have. And tell us about the place.
He's
That's it.
gonna. So as you walked in, he's just basically like the guys outside. He's just sort of looked through you, and just gone, it's almost like he's just known you. If you get me, like there's just no perception there. He's going, yeah, sure, 2 ales, and he brings up 2 ales and pops them down. If you take a drink, both of you will notice that this is essentially just piss water. It is really, really weak. Yeah, well, this is the only drinks we got, so here you go. He's gonna look a little bit closer at you and going, "You're not from round here, are you?"
No, not particularly. What can you tell us about the place? Everyone knows that the inns are where all the real knowledge is. What have you got for me, old boy? Why don't you pour yourself a drink on me?
I'm quite alright. I'm not gonna drink this. I can tell you about the village, though. This inn is the newest building in the inn. The village has been here for hundreds of years. How many of you are there?
Well, right now, just myself and dear old Gwynny here.
Is it just you two then?
Well, I mean, there's just the 2 of us in here, yes.
Okay. Well, I suppose it's something polite. Listen, you can. It is going to be night time soon, so feel free to have a bed. You can have it on the house because point of who charging you. I get by just by doing other little jobs around the village. I just like to do a little bit courteous, if you get what I mean. Yeah, the village has been here a long time. That's about it. I think the only thing that's any sort of difference or change is the new vicar in the church. He came along a couple of months ago. He seems alright.
Ah, well, I mean, One thing I always say to dear Gwynny, everywhere we go, is we should always try and learn a little bit about these other cultures. What say we visit this church, Gwynny, see what we can learn?
Oh, I hate a church, but yes, I think it's the best course of action.
Marvelous. I'm just gonna down whatever it is that they've given us and sort of start trudging towards the exit. Like, might be back later on, take you up on that bed.
Yeah, feel free, lad. Feel free. If you've got any mates and all, just pop by. We've got plenty of beds here. Everyone in the village has got their own house now, so these beds are never used.
Yeah, that's fair enough then. And yeah, so I will head out and try and find my way to the church.
Did I manage to find Lucius in that time?
I'm just gonna have a little pause here because I need to pee.
Yep, no worries.
No worries, buddy. Has anybody got any idea what's going on?
I was saying, my brain's sort of whizzing away, but not jumping at me right now.
I did have an idea earlier on, but I'm
This-
not sure.
It's kind of annoying because like a fair few bit ago, Spencer was like, "Oh yeah, Chris might know what's going on." It's like, but do I?
Well, I sent him a message. I got he didn't confirm or deny, which is absolutely fair. I wouldn't expect him to, but I had to have a try.
Also, my curiosity is definitely big.
Not in here.
What?
Not window. Oh,
I wish I had the toilet that close. Jesus.
What?
so what's happening?
Have I found Lucius in the time that they were fucking about in the inn?
Yeah. You would have found Lucius. Like I said, it's only a small little village. There's only what 1, 2, 3, 4.
Am I now still also in the position where I have seen them leaving the inn and heading towards the church?
I'd say so. Yeah. Have they headed towards the church, or have they just come out?
Well, so we've just kind of come out, but I wasn't sure whether you were going to do like what these guys are doing as we come out, or as in it took place while we were in the thing, and then we'll meet up afterwards.
No. Well, unless they want to roleplay anything. What were you two doing while they were in the inn?
Just caught up with Lucius. So did you discover anything while we were running into a brick wall with those villagers?
Oh, well, not stuck out. They seem to be off with their gaze now. It's like they weren't looking at anything.
It's a strange kind of presence here. I don't know how to take it. But anyway, let's crack on. Let's go find Witty and Gwenny and see what's cracking.
Yeah.
Oh,
So at
well,
this point, we'll be sort of striding out of the inn.
I'll let you three lead the way.
I don't know where I'm bloody going. Where are you
No,
going?
I was going to walk straight up and was like, so here's what we learned. First of all, beer in this place, absolute piss water. Terrible. Don't even bother. Secondly, apparently some new preacher chap came in quite recently, and that's the only thing that's changed around here recently. So we thought we'd head to the church. Also, the lovely chap in the inn said that if we need a place to stay for the night, we could use his beds for free. I thought that was marvelous.
Oh, it's very generous. It's splendid of him.
Just as like the word church is mentioned, it's like through the sort of extra dimensional space, I keep my pat weapon and it sort of vibrates. It's like painfully at the mention of the word church. It's like I don't do holy crap.
Right. Well, it's up to you then at this point, I suppose, old boy. You can try and find some information elsewhere, or no, get your head down. But I thought me and Gwynny would head over to the church. You're welcome to join us, Bernie, if you wish.
I think I will be
I'll
heading to the
go.
church. I need to keep you off the sacramental wine, you utter drunk.
It's sacramental wine. They only use it to bless things.
Yes, but you'd find an excuse to bless a toe.
I would bless everything until we were schnickered. But I'm not sure there's anything here to bless. And with that, I'm just going to start marching off towards the church.
as he stomps off, I'll be like, "Oh, I'll keep a distance, but I won't be setting foot inside."
Well, just come with us until you start to burn, and then just, take a couple of steps back and chill out.
Well, that was the plan.
Like, capital idea, and I'm just gonna throw one of my flecks of green liquor at him. I just over my shoulder.
Skibidi-boo.
Who's
this?
And then that's it.
Hello, who are you?
Oh. Where the bloody hell did you come from? Who are you?
Oh, shit.
I'm Bernhold Fifth Whistle. We're on our way to the church.
The church? Alright, and yeah, it's back there. She's going to point over her left-hand shoulder.
What does this person
And
look
she's-
like? What do they look like? Is it like a young child? Is it
Yeah, well, sort of like young, adult, blonde hair. Same as before, just looking straight through you. Quite vacant.
bloody weird? Thank you for the information. And head on.
Yeah,
He's
no,
right. I'm
it's-
gonna
and
head
she's
straight
gonna
off.
pop
Yeah.
up as well.
As this sort of match off, I'm gonna sort of, as she walks past me, that young adult listen. Hey, Bucky, what do you reckon of these leathery chaps who've been walking by?
She's going to look at you. Look at you and go, leathery chaps, what are you on about? Where you come from?
Well,
You're
they're
not
big.
a villager.
Nah, but them big, great fellas. I've been watching them for a while, and they seem a bit out of the ordinary.
Don't know what you're on about. The three chappies, they've just gone off to the church, but I don't know what you mean by leathery. Anyway, love, sorry, I've got to get on. I've got to go to the windmill. I've got to do a little bit of graining. So she's going to sort of look at you and just go, I'll catch you later if you're around. And then she's going to log off.
Alright.
Fine. So at this point, I'm assuming we'll have got to the church. Is
Yeah.
the door open? Are we able just to walk straight in?
Door's not open. Can I get a perception roll from all three of you?
3 or 4? Yeah, like just the GIF or.
How close are
If
you? Are you
coming
burning
as
yet?
well, 4.
Well, I shall continue my thing of perceiving jack shit.
As I considering, like, just going on that thing again, considering my
Didn't know you could do that.
classes aversion to holy things, should I do a disadvantage or a standard?
The standard.
Standard? Cool.
Just walked up to it and gone, oh, a church.
Yeah, so
And just
basically,
get the best roll in the room.
the three hippos, church just looks like the town. It looks run down as fuck. It looks like it's not been looked after for years. Lucius, you also see this, but you hear a noise as well. You cannot tell where the hell the noise is coming from. It is closer to the church than the village, and you cannot make out what noise it is, but you hear a noise.
And if it gets too far away for me, my like aversion to holy place to kick in with dash up to Gravy is like, do you hear that?
You don't hear a bloody thing, boy.
Nope, didn't hear anything, and I'm just gonna start banging on the door a bit. Kind of nosing around, see if I can see a way in.
Like just before like anything happens with them, I'm just sort of it's like, keep an eye on them too. I can't get any closer. I can't go too much closer to this place. But keep an eye on them, would you?
I always do.
Can I kick
Ah,
the door open?
I know you're struggling.
Give me 2 seconds, Lucius. What's your like? Why can't you go into the church?
Warlock, my packed weapon won't allow it. For some reason, it's like he just feels pain when he gets near anything that's been sanctified, as it were.
Would you say you could feel this?
It's like I don't know why what I've made the pacts with doesn't want to go closer, but it just won't allow me to get any closer.
Fair enough.
So I think it's not
So
just like for the pacts weapon, it's painful. For me, it's just an uncomfortable feeling.
so Corny, did you say you was knocking the door basically?
I was going to knock on it. Bernie was going to kick it open.
I was just going to kick it open and whip up my horn and then present present the brigadier again.
Alright, it is like a decrepit old church. You want to give me a bit of a strength roll?
Don't forget to use your advantage.
Is that what Hippo build do?
Yeah.
This is an out game. Well, out in-game thing. That's like where my character token is. That's as close as it's going to allow him to go before it starts to make him feel pain.
No worries. That's an excellent strength roll, Bernie.
Yeah, so them two doors have just gone like they've nearly come off the hinges.
So yeah, without even checking who's in the room, I'm just going to boot the door clean open, and without even my issue, I'm just going to whip my horn about. Presenting Brigadier Cornelius Nigel to George Thornbury Wentworth V into the church.
I'm going to proudly step in behind him and just like, yep, now this is me.
I don't know why this has become a
Guy.
thing, but I'm enjoying doing it for some reason.
I'm enjoying you doing it.
You can see a guy that was in the back. He's literally just whipped round to see what's just happened. He's going, whoa! I heard you knock. You didn't need to kick the doors down. That's all. Oh, okay.
Nobody bloody answered the door.
So he's going to walk up to them. How can I help you?
I don't know, old boy, but there's something suspiciously unreligious of you. I'm getting a bit of a strange vibe.
Well, you're very deceptive. I'm not really a vicar. It's a title that I've taken. I'm technically a vicar. I've only been a vicar, but I wanted like an adventure. I've come upon this town and I was thinking about retiring, and this church was a bit run down, so I'm just trying to fix it up, basically. Who are you lot then?
Did you not bloody hear me? I bloody presented him!
Yeah, I know who he is. Who are you? And who's you? And he's going to point to Guinevere as well.
I'm just going to stay silent for now. Just kind of look at him.
All right, quiet one. And he's going to go back to bed and go, so who are you?
I'm Bernhold Thrift Whistler, sir.
It's to meet all of you, even if someone doesn't want to share her name.
Listen, we've been sent here because we've been told that there's some shenanigans going on about this place, and we want to get to the bottom of what those shenanigans are. Apparently, some new fella moved into this church quite recently, and we'd like to talk to him. So,
I'm the
are
new
you
fella.
him?
I am.
Excellent. So, what the bloody hell are you doing to the town?
Me? I'm not doing nothing. Like I said, I arrived a good couple of months ago, and I've just started fixing up the church. Everyone's been really friendly.
Okay, so who are you? Who are you? Where are you from? Backstory, keep it snappy.
God, there's not really much of it. It's not going to be a snappy backstory. I'm an adventurer, man. I'm guessing a little bit like you, looking at you. I've been all over the world ever since I was young. Can I get a perception roll from all three of you?
Yeah, go on then.
Perception.
Percezione.
Oh, yeah, you all pass. So, all of you, you've noticed that inside the church genuinely does look a little bit cleaner. Like someone has made an attempt to keep the mold and decay at bay. Like there's rubbish piled together, ready to be taken out. Like the floor is relatively clean, like it's been swept. You also notice about this chappie that he is actually quite severely injured. He's got a few bloody bandages all over him, and there is like fresh red blood. It's not black or dark red. It is fresh blood about him.
Right.
So the shenanigans, you say? What shenanigans are you on about here?
I don't know. That's what we're trying to find out. Type of shenanigans that might say, I don't know, cause a town to start acting a little strange, or that perhaps the type of shenanigans that might lead to a man in a church late at night being rather shifty, quite looking like they've been stabbed. Care to elaborate? And I'm just gonna, not very gently, poke him in his wound.
Oh, what the fuck you do that for? No, he's gonna sort of like peer around you. Go, it's not even evening yet, bud. Um, now you're here for shenanigans, and he's
I will
sort of gonna draw
poke you
himself.
in the wound again,
He's,
sir.
he's gonna draw closer to you. He's gonna step closer and just go. What do you know? What do you two know?
We
Well,
know that things are going a little bit. Oh, sorry, Bernie. My
I
apologies, dear boy.
don't,
Go
I
on.
don't. That's the thing. I don't know what we know. We know that there's foreigners that have moved into the area recently, and people have been acting strange towards Barnaby up there, and you're definitely not a vicar, but you're saying you're a vicar, and you've clearly been stabbed, and
I'm gonna walk up to this fella and I'm gonna grab him and I'm gonna look him dead in the eye and I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna ask you this one time and you're gonna tell me the truth. What happens here on a night?
What do you mean? What happened here on a night? Nothing's happened here on a night. But
Something weird goes on here. People have mentioned the evening. People have mentioned helping us be safe on a night. Something happens here.
oh, I'm
Just. So, hmm, anyone else hear that?
here what?
I say, boy, and I'm just gonna like poke at this guy again. Like, whatever did that to you, you need to tell us right now, because I swear to God, I heard something underneath us. Start talking.
Oh, I bloody heard it that time.
all right. Look,
What,
look,
what,
look,
what,
look.
was that?
Maybe you can help. The truth is,
Boy, do you see how
no,
shiny my horn is? I can definitely help.
I see. I see. Now, listen, I think you've got the wrong image of me. I am no threat to you. I am on the same page as you. I came to this village. I thought something was off. This is why I stayed here and I pretended to be a vicar. Now, look, something odd has happened. I'm not entirely sure, but last night I found two creatures. I managed to capture them, which explains this, and he's going to sort of gesture to like bloody bandages. Now, I don't know what the fuck to do. I've never seen these creatures before. I've got no idea their weaknesses, their strengths, what it takes to even kill them. They did a number on me, and I'm a trained adventurer. So I really don't know what to do.
What you need to do is show us where they are.
No, I'm not going to go down there. I
That's
don't want to
fine.
go down.
Just point us in the right direction.
So he's going to point to the door on the side. Down there, just open the door, go down the stairs. There's two cells down there with things in. And
Awesome.
I do mean they are things.
Where did you find them?
Late last night, they woke me up.
What, they were just outside here?
Yes. They were just outside the church. Yeah.
Right, shit, fuck, bollocks. Okay, off we go.
Right. Just before I follow through, I'm gonna kind of turn to the guys like, look, if you're leaving here now and you're heading back up to the town, just keep your eye out. There's probably a surly fellow up there. He might accost you. Don't worry. He's perfectly lovely. Just tell him what's going on. And listen, if there's an extra way into this church or something like that, let him know, because he's got this whole thing with the holy business. He's probably quite bored stood outside. Good chap, on you go. And then I'm just going to walk off and follow these two.
I'm not going to be leaving the church, but your friend can join anytime. There's as you can see, this church is not really a church much anymore. I don't know what's going to stop him, but he can try to come in. I don't think anything will happen, but yeah, I'm not leaving. And he's sort of going to go back over there and start sweeping up and cleaning.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm just going to follow these two down towards the cells.
Yeah, you follow the staircase down. It is quite a dark staircase. There's no light in whatsoever. As you do arrive, you hear the noise getting louder and louder.
You
That's
sloppy.
horrible.
The squelchies. When I say the word squelchies,
Moist.
I do like the fact that the sound is called prison squelch.
Moist.
I was just saying squelch as a thing.
That is
So-
rather unsettling.
Squelching
I'm gonna-
intensifies.
I'm going to just try and ignore that as best I can and sort of... I'm not going to go up to the cells, but I want to see what I can see in them, see if I can see what's going on.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to roll me? It's quite dark. Do you want to roll me a perception if anybody's looking in the cells?
Yeah, I'm looking in the cells, but I'm staying on the other
What
side.
are you doing, doggo?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Mine keep getting worse, worse, and worse.
Okay.
See, what
No
I
worries.
think's happening there is like you and me are like Gwyn, you look north, I'll look south, and we just end up looking straight into each other's face and seeing nothing rather than turning around. That's why.
Guinevere, you see nothing. You see the bear and the broken. You think that's what it is. You think
Ah,
it's
my father!
broken. Cornelius and Bernie, you can't really make out a lot. You do see two shapes in the cells, and they're sort of like sludging about a bit.
I'm going to try and get a little bit closer, but not too close.
Yeah. Do you want to roll an investigation?
I'm gonna follow, but I'm not gonna get as close. Can I roll one at disadvantage?
Yes. Sure.
And I'm still not getting close because of that sound.
Ah, fuck you, disadvantage.
So yeah, Cornelius, you make a bloody clue. You really can't make out.
Oh, I should be adding half my proficiency, shouldn't I, for Jack of all trades?
There's an option on your sheet to do it if you go into the settings thing. Middle column towards the bottom. Right, okay, well, sorry, Spence, didn't mean to.
Feels like there is a snake going through my brain right
Why did you describe
now.
it?
I can feel it moving. You can feel it moving, Chop.
Bernie,
Snake
you
eye,
can't really see a great deal just because obviously it's pitch black, but you do sort of make out a slimy creature stood on 2 feet.
Right, okay. I say, Bernie, don't get too close. Remember the chap upstairs? He said he didn't even know how to kill them or even if it was possible. Now, I have an idea. And I think we can try something here to see if we can get a better idea of what we're understanding.
Oops.
And what
That
we're dealing with.
was not what I intended to click.
I didn't mean
No,
to
not like
offer
you.
damage.
Is that what you're doing?
That is absolutely what I'm doing. Worst case scenario, the guy said he caught 2 of them.
And Bernie, are you doing the message?
No, that was accidental click.
Okay. Yeah, so
Colony,
you
you're
basically-
just straight up
you're just
shooting.
straight up shooting it. Right, okay. Can I get a perception check from you, Bernie? I know there seems to be a lot of perception checks going about, but
It's all good. Just
There's a
from
lot
Bernie.
of shit to look at.
Oh, yeah.
oh, Cornelius has fired off his musket. It's just gone. Boom. It's echoed because it's quite a small little room. This. You've witnessed what's just happened, and what's happened is this thing's just taken a bullet to the face. It's blown a good chunk of face off like that, and it's gone smacked back into the wall. It's not fallen down; it's just smacked the wall, and it's sort of just gone slop, and then it sort of unstuck itself and started walking about again.
Have I been able to make out what it is from the light emitted from the musket blast? Or have I at least been able to get a good look at what it is within that light?
Yeah, have a look on Discord. I've sent you a picture.
Mr. Spence, that spell I ran back to you earlier, let's say on the outside I've triggered it, would that have allowed me to find a separate way into this dungeon area?
No, the dungeon area is sealed off.
Cool.
But what you would have heard is the musket go off.
Right, so I've heard the bang.
Seeing it all lit up for a moment and seeing it take the shot to the face, I'm going to back up from the cage and be like, bloody hell, it's a big, hideous fish thing!
Right, but I shot it. Is it a big, dead, hideous fish thing?
No, it doesn't give a fuck. It could have given fewer fucks if it had had a fuck to give in the first place, which it didn't.
So my next question for you, Mr. Spencer, is hearing the musket shot go off, what would I have to roll to see if I can go through the sort of uncomfortable, painful feeling to come into the church and down? Thinking that like some kind of combat's happening with the group. Would it be a con save or just a straight con?
It'd be a constitution, just a straight con.
A straight con? I'll roll one of them.
Yay.
So I'm assuming I've gone through.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah. Right, so as I've tromped down, it's like, what's going on in then? I heard a bang.
Just saying if these things were resilient to musket shot.
Whitty shot the bloody thing in the face and it didn't give a shit. I'm suddenly rather worried and contemplating running away. However, there's two of these things.
Is the other one the same?
Don't know, let's go have a look.
Don't even know yet. I'm
Gonna
gonna
go
have a start walking down to this one and get in
So I've charged
a
in
little
here.
bit closer than I dared the
So-
last one.
And like me being a bit paid off. Like, so I've charged in here, feeling what I'm feeling, and it's for nothing.
Well, not yet. We don't know what's going on. And with that, I'm just going to look like, burn it, keep your eyes peeled.
As well, there might be a fight yet, and I'm going to take this torch off the wall and just throw it into the cage.
All right, I've also fired my musket at it again.
Give me 2 seconds, because both of you are now close enough to actually see what it is. So I've just sent you a picture of that.
I want to see you.
Right, let's address the torch. So whereabouts have you thrown the torch?
I've just taken this one off the wall and I'm just trying to throw it like into the cage.
Yeah. So it sort of backs up away from the torch. The musket shot, you've gone to shoot it. Again, what you've seen, it's hit. You've got a good hit on it. It's done a good hole of damage. And it's sort of blown against the wall a bit. And then it just slumps back up and starts squelching about again. Trying to avoid the light. Lucius, would you be close enough to see what's inside?
So this one possibly, that one definitely not.
I'm just going to wave him over. If the torch is in that one, I'm just going to kind of wave him over. Look at this.
Oh, I hate churches, and I'm sort of slowly make my way over. It's like, right when you're sort of in an area you're not comfortable with, you're sort of a bit trepidatious with your steps. You make smaller steps, but I'll just make my way over to the group.
You should now all see what they look like. Both of them have got a hole in their bodies. It's not regenerating, but it doesn't look like it's affected them.
Well, there's a grim sight.
Well, it moved away from the fire, so I assume that doing that might give us the upper hand moving forward. I'm going to look around and I'm going to just run down and grab this torch. So I'm now
I'm
carrying
gonna-
this torch.
As Bernie said that, I'm just going to wistfully kind of look off into the distance and like, do you know, I once saw Corny build a flamethrower. It was fucking wonderful. I missed that boy. And that's it.
Wait, aren't you corny?
Oh, the other one. Chummy! Chummy! And then I'm just going to drink.
You need to ease up on that stuff, my lad.
I walk over to Lucius, like, you know, Jummy's not even bloody dead.
No, he's on vacation.
We need to keep that fella off the spirits, I swear to God. Oh wait, I shouldn't be swearing to God, it makes me feel pain.
1d4 of self-burn damage.
Not for long, I am going to take 4 off my health points for swearing to God.
Right, anyways, look, I say we need to find out a little bit more about what we're dealing with here. So we do have the option. I can keep shooting one of them until it stops moving, and then we can have a proper look at it.
Or we can open the cage and get a really good look at it.
I think I've seen enough of it from this side of the cage, to be perfectly honest, dear boy, but...
It'd
mean,
be easier for it to eat us if we open the cage. you
But I've
see.
got magic fire. Doesn't like the fire. Look, whoa! And is it going to move away when I go, whoa?
How close are you getting to do that?
I'm going to keep getting as close as it takes to make it move away from the fire.
So essentially, it will judge that distance, and as soon as you're try to be close enough, it will try to lunge at you.
Yeah, but I'm through the bars, so.
Yeah, exactly. So it will try to lunge at you, but there's bars there. But it doesn't care about the fire anymore. If you're that close.
The second I see it lunge...
Popping off shots.
The second I see it move...
Yeah, so again, it's hit it. It's fell on its arse this time. And it slowly just gets back up. Notice you backed off again and starts moving around the cage.
I wonder if there's something. There's got to be a connection here. They both take the damage and then they don't respond to the damage, but the damage doesn't regenerate.
Well, look, there's one thing that we've not tried yet. Can't believe I'm having to resort to this. I feel terrible about it. I'm going to go over, grab this torch off the wall. I'm going to come back over. I'm going to get us like about there to the cage. Hold the fire up as much as I can. And I say, what are you doing here?
Doesn't reply.
It's an ignorant bastard. I'm out of ideas.
I have another idea.
Where's
I have
the
an idea.
shot, Bernie?
I have an idea for a test. I'll go watch the other one, and then you shoot this one. And if the other one responds to this one getting shot, then it's a hive mind. Yes?
You had me at shoot him, dear boy.
Do we like the thinking?
Little the fox.
Absolutely.
Righto.
Tell me when you're ready.
Watching the fucker.
Yeah, so again, you've blasted another hole in it. It slumped back against the wall again and it sort of scraped forward. The other one has done nothing. It's just still moving about.
Did you shoot it? Of course you did. I bloody heard it.
I did.
Didn't happen. Not a hive mind.
Right,
Is it a
well,
disease?
Is that one dead now? Sorry.
No.
No, okay.
It's looking like a piece of Swiss cheese, but no, it's not dead.
Okay. Well, look, I tell you what, look, the chap said that he found these two outside of the church, and they seem quite contained. I say we put these torches back just in case.
Well, I'm just going to try one little thing on this monster, and I'm going to cast, not that, this. I'm going to cast this. Was that going to do what I think it's going to do? Yeah, maybe.
Well, we're going to find out.
Yeah.
Casting Dispel Magic on it.
Okay.
What song are you playing on your horn to do this?
Ask a freeform jazz solo, that shit. Howard Moon when the spirit of jazz gets inside him.
I really do like the thinking. Nothing happens.
Say it's not under a low level spell's effect, so maybe not necromancy.
I'm playing slap bass on my legs. Just still lost in the moment. Right. Well, look, I tell you what, let's go see if the chap will tell us where he found them. Maybe we can see where they came from and track them that way.
Oh my, these things have got a bit of an attitude. So I'd rather not pick a fight right now.
Right, let's go back up, see what that chap's up to, see if he can show us where they came from. We'll try and work it from there. Maybe we can find something out. Get old Lucius off this church. Boy looks terribly uncomfortable.
Aye.
Maybe we could ask around the port. They may have come from the sea.
They do look somewhat fishy.
While they're all buggering off, I'm just going to take out my drum and just start doing a drum roll and conjure a mage hand inside the cage to pick up the torch and try and touch the beast with the flame.
So it backs up. But are you actually going to be touching it?
With the mage hand.
Yeah. No, yeah, but is the torch going to be touching the...
Yeah, the intention is to try and set it on fire with this torch.
So it doesn't set on fire. You do start to smell that burny, fishy smell. There doesn't look to be any sort of pain or distraction on its face. And it tries to back up against the wall, so it's just sort of stood there, just being burned.
Very fucking peculiar. I'm gonna go join everyone else. In fact, I'm gonna have a quick look over here, and if there's anything worth raiding them cages for, and then if not, I'm gonna follow everyone else.
To be fair, it's just full of shit.
Fair.
There's not a lot there.
I'm just going to point out, it's like, Bernard, every time you hang back a little bit, it's followed by a terrible smell. It's okay, boy, everyone does it. You don't need to hide. I'm just going to go back up the stairs.
Says the guy with whiskey shits.
You come upstairs. The guy's here to greet you.
Okay.
Well, we achieved bugger all.
Oh shit, you're joking. I was really hoping something would actually happen.
Tried shooting it, burning it, shooting the other one, seeing if they were a hive mind. Nothing worked. Not a magic spell. I'm out of ideas. I'm gonna have a lie down. I'm just gonna drop on the floor.
Okay, so look, you say you found them near the church. Do you know where they came from originally?
No, I don't know. Like I said, I was asleep last night, and I woke up in the middle of the night to some horrible noises, and that's why I got up. And I found them just outside of the church.
Right, okay. Is this the first time that you've had anything like this? Like, if we were to wait here tonight, through the night, what are the chances that some more are going to come that we could maybe try and track or follow a murder?
Don't say. I don't know if they're going to come tonight or not. I think it's just them two. They're the only ones I've seen anyway since I've been here.
So this hasn't happened before. This hasn't happened before.
No. What I will say is I don't think you should be out tonight.
And why?
Why?
Imagine if more came. I don't know if they will, but imagine if they would. I just don't think it's safe.
My dear boy, have I ever told you the story of Gwynny the giant?
He's going to look really fucking perplexed and just go, what?
And I'm just going to go, oh, I'm Gwenny, by the way. Hi.
Listen, we'll be all right. Look, I think that's and I'm just going to turn around at this point. Like, look, I think that's the call, chaps. I think we need to wait out. Everyone says not to be outside during the night. I say that's exactly what we do. Everything else hasn't worked. We made a fuss in the town square. We went to the inn, shot a fish thing. What else? I'm out of ideas.
So being in the building itself, not the greatest for me.
Yes,
Makes
you
me
could
feel
watch.
makes me feel all itchy. So
I mean, can I just be frank with you? Did Lord Barnaby send you here?
Lord Barnaby, no, he don't. Lord Barnaby didn't send us here. Lord Barnaby sent us to look for the foreigners that appeared.
Just to let you
Why?
guys know, I'm not the foreigner. There are two people he's on about.
Do you know where we could find them?
Normally on the inn. They're normally in the inn in the village at night. That's where they are. They'll
At
go
night.
for drinks and they'll fuck off home.
Well, that sounds like we need to go to the inn tonight, and then maybe at some point we'll have a look around outside and maybe see if there's more of these monsters knocking around after that.
I've heard in, and I'm already out the door.
well, whatever gets me out of this sanctimonious bullshit, I'll take with.
As you all leave, he does shout, "Right, be careful because it does grow rather dark here rather quickly."
Are there any like religious items about like crosses or anything on the floor or
The
statues?
whole place is absolutely fucked. There's nothing like that. There's bits and bobs of them, but there's nothing like full.
Oh, I wanted to pick up one and chase Lucius out of the church.
Thank you for the assistance, old boy.
Yeah, no worries. Just take care.
Will do. Is it dark now?
Why do you?
Basically, I just need to know whether or not I need to make a torch to walk back up to the village with, or if it's light enough for us just to.
It is significantly darker. It's not quite night, but can I get a perception roll from all of you?
Oh yeah.
Excellent. Right. So Lucius,
It's dark.
essentially, yeah, it's dark. The village looks the same, just run down as fuck, and it's now night. Guinevere, and yeah, just Guinevere. You've noticed a mist is coming in from the sea.
Ooh, ominous.
Cornelius and Bernie, you notice that there is an odd smell coming from that mist. Your hippo noses have attuned to something not being quite right with the mist coming in.
Does it smell like anything that we smelt downstairs in the church?
No.
Does it smell like any smell that we've smelled so far? Right. If I had smelled this smell before, where would I have smelled it?
I don't think you would have smelled this smell before.
Okay. So I haven't smelled the smell before. This is the first time smelling the smell.
This is the first time smelling the smell.
Right.
You never know. You might talk to Tuna.
Smelly smell.
So I'm just gonna kind of glance across and I'll see Birdie's nose twitch, and I'm like, "Old boy, you smell the smell?
I am indeed smelling the smell. It's a strange smell, but I'm still smelling it.
What is the smell that you're smelling? Because it's just a smell."
It was an intriguing smell. This is just a new smell that's smelling intriguing.
What do you say? Follow the old nose boy.
No, I say we head to the inn. I'm just going to set off trotting to the inn.
Fair enough. I'm gonna go straight to the inn as well. I'm just gonna follow him.
Yeah. Are you doing anything else whilst walking through the village?
At
Smelling
this
the smell.
point, no. Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
heading straight to the inn.
Trying
Heading
to
straight
place
in?
the smell.
Okay. You've all realised that there's no one around anymore. There is literally just you on the streets.
And the smelly smell that we are smelling.
The smelly smell coming from the mist, coming from the sea. Yes. Okay.
Can you feel it now, Mr. Krabs?
Alright, so I'm just gonna walk sort of straight up into the bar, straight to where I was before. and just
Barkeep's going to
like,
turn to you and go, you're back. I thought you'd take my offer up on the beds.
Yes,
I see you brought some friends as well. That's good. We've got plenty of beds.
excellent. Do you have anything better to drink?
I'm afraid not, no. It's, the only thing is we've got is these ales. He's going to get the 4, like, big flagons of ales and just put them on the bar. It's just these. That's all we've got here.
Lovely. Grin and
Thank
bear
you.
it. Grin and bear it. I'm then going to turn around and see the other 2 people that are in there, I'm assuming.
But Witty, pass me one of those green things. I'm going to make a cocktail, and I'm just going to take it and pour it into the into the piss water.
Capital idea, old boy. I'm going to do the same.
Cocktails.
One of these guys is going to see what you've done, and he's just going to shout out, "Oi! Is that their green drink from up at the Lord's Inn?"
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Why didn't you fucking come join us? I love that drink.
No.
Why, first of all, you don't share a drink with strangers. Introduce
If we
yourself.
share a drink, we won't be strangers.
Tell me your name, we won't be strangers.
Sir, I'm Alex. And he's going to gesture to the other guy and go, "This is Ross. We've arrived maybe like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. We're not from these lands. It's a nice village, though. We've quite enjoyed our stay here.
And what do you do here?
We just help out. Like we came by boat, and we just help out the village. They've been very accepting of us. Apart from that lord, he's a bit fucking stingy, isn't he? Have you met him? Fucking Lord Dingleby twat up at the Lord's Inn. I mean, he does that fucking nice green drink, which is why I like it, but I dare not go back in that fucking pub anymore.
Well, we met him. Couldn't get too much of a read on the fellow, and I am going to hand them a hip flask. I'm not going to get any closer. I am going to hand it over to them.
You're a scholar and a fucking gent, that's what you are. And he's just going to set and drink it. He's not going to give anything to his mate. So where are you lot from? Because it'd be nice if we weren't the only fucking foreigners around here.
We're from far away. Very far away.
Bit like us then, I guess. Why have you come here? It's not exactly like glitz and glamour.
We were asked to come and have a look around.
Oh, really?
Apparently something weird's been going on here. You haven't noticed anything, have you?
I can't say I've noticed anything. Can I get a perception roll from all of you?
Is he lying?
I ain't got a fucking clue if he is. Neither's the Brigadier, he's drunk.
Nope.
I don't know shit.
All right, Bernie and Lucius, and Guinevere, all 3 of you have noticed that these guys are fully paying attention to you. There's no like sort of glazed look in their eye. They're not looking through you. They're looking at you and having a full-on conversation with you, and they're interacting with you. Cornelius, I think you're pretty much fucking slashed at this point.
Cross-eyed.
I imagine you're just talking to a chair, pretending it's them.
No, he's chatting one up.
Right.
That's it.
Am I actually talking to a chair at this point?
I mean, you can roleplay how you like, but I'm going to just say you're smashed.
Well, at this point, do you know what? It's bloody rude of you not to discuss. I'm trying to have a black conversation. Get to know things. Yeah, the least you could do is respond, you absolute cad.
Fuck have you headbutted a chair?
I've headbutted whatever I'm talking to.
Right, so there's now a broken chair. One of the guys is going to go. He's going to address the other three. Does he do that a fucking lot?
Yes, he does. It's
Sorry,
regular occurrence.
Maybe this village isn't right for you because it's all nice and peaceful around here.
As this extra conversation going on, something, but I'm gonna stroll my way up and like, oh, we bumped into that lord fella. It seemed a bit of a dozy bugger to me.
He fucking isn't he? He's a fucking twat. He's like I said, we came to the village and no, sorry, we did not come. We came from a village. We had to leave it. There was a bit of an issue there, so we ended up sailing here, and yeah, we got on really well with the villagers. And this fucking fancy Ponzi fucking ass came down and asked who he was and that, and we didn't really want to talk to him.
Well,
Fuck off.
seems a bit full of himself, don't he?
Yeah, he fucking does.
Do you not think the people here are a bit weird?
No, not at all. Not compared to our last village. I'd take this over our last village, hands down.
What happened in your
what
last
happened there,
village?
then? Well, yeah, what he said.
Oh. Fuck it. We're all having a drink. We're all friends now. We're not strangers anymore, isn't that right, big lad? And he's going to gesture to Cornelius. Okay. We're from a village from a quite a faraway land. I don't know if you know it or not, but essentially the village was ruled by some sort of curse sort of thing. There was a lot to do with blood. Like the villagers started going mad and they started changing into like wolves and stuff. But then one day we woke up and they weren't wolves at all. But we did hear a group of heroes went up into the village because we lived on the outskirts and it was quite a big village. We heard like a group of heroes went up and killed a fucking bunch of them. So we left a little bit after that because we didn't really want to be next because there was the sounds that like these fucking people would how they were killing them was atrocious. So yeah, that's why.
And you two don't turn into wolves, no? Is that just an assumption we're supposed to make, or do we kill you now?
No. We don't turn into wolves. There were never wolves in the first place. We found out it was just a hallucination from the drinks we had. But something was off with that fucking land. Like I said, apparently this group of adventurers went up and we were meant to sort it all out, but I think they just ended up killing a fucking load of villagers. So we didn't know what to do with that. So me and my brother here, we left.
Wow, that's a crazy story. That's like nothing I've ever heard before, right, guys?
Fucking tell me about it. It's such a weird story. I know it doesn't even sound fucking real, but yeah, it is. It is.
I'm just slowly processing what's catching up, and I'm just getting to the. I'm like a few seconds behind each other, everyone else. All of a sudden, I'm just going, bloody wolves! And I'm just going to shoot the ceiling.
It does do that quite a lot, doesn't he?
Yes, man's insane. I'm
He's
just
a bit of
gonna
a loon, that fella.
spin around on my chair and just go back to sipping my drink and side-eyeing every now and again, like, shit.
I'm gonna put flask that Cornelius threw me earlier. It's like, well then, fellas, is there what you've noticed around here that's stuck out a bit? And stick it on the table, like for them to have a bit of a pour out.
Not at all. It's just been, like I said, a lovely little village. I mean, I wish we never had to leave because I loved my homeland. But, you know, when someone goes in and murders everybody, it's a little bit off-putting to stay there. So, here we are. It's not the best life, but it's still a better life than what would have been if we stayed there, I imagine.
You don't notice that everyone here seems to stare straight through you, like you're not even there.
Oh, not really. I think it's just a bit of an odd bunch. It's an old village after all, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, but...
What caused all this in your other village? Before everyone got murdered.
I don't really know. Some people say it was a drink that was going around, some dodgy drinks. Some people say it was a curse. Some people just say it was an hallucination or whatever. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I saw some wolves one day.
What was the
next
name
day
of
there
the
were.
village?
Dagenba.
I'm gonna elbow dig Witty super hard.
Because it's weird. It sounds awful lot like a.
It's also quite like a
I don't think I've ever heard of that place before.
You shut the fuck up, Alvin.
No, I don't know.
Shut the fuck up.
Bloody hell, old boy. Lovely town, just off. What the fuck are you doing, Lane? Jesus. You've probably not
Yeah,
been there.
that sounds about right about our own village. Anyway, and he's gonna look out of the window out of the inn and just go, right. I really appreciate the drinks you've given us because I do fucking love this green shite. It's fucking lovely. I just wish that Lord wasn't such a fucking ponce that I could actually go into and get a drink myself. That'd been bad. Me and my brother are gonna go home. As the villagers say around there, it's not wise to be out at night. And I've sort of just stuck to that really because I just want to, keep my head down and just do my bit for this village. So me and them are gonna fuck off. I hope you.
Quickly, before
What?
you go, listen, before you go. Did you smell the smell?
He's gonna look at the other three and just go, "What the fuck is he on about?"
We smelled the smell. Did you not smell the smell? It's a smelly smell. We were
He's gonna
smelling
go
the
to
smelly
two-
smell on the way over.
He's gonna go to the two and go, "What the fuck are they on about?"
I can't say I smelt it, but apparently there's a smelly smell in the town.
All right, you sure it wasn't one of yous?
Hey!
Oh, you
No
can't.
offense, just
Can I just walk over
the
and pick
obvious.
him up and take him to the door? Just be like, smell the smelly smell!
You can if you want.
No, I don't want to be violent. It's cool. I'm not being.
Anyways,
No, Penny, leave him alone.
we're gonna get off now. Anyway, I hope you four have a fucking lovely evening. It's a really nice inn. This do take advantage of the beds because they are fucking comfy. It's where we stayed before we built our own house.
When you get to the door, let me know if you smell the smelly smell.
I'll let you know. And with that, they're both just shit. They're
Right,
sort of
boys.
just
Listen,
trundle
what do we
off.
do now? We
And as
either
they get
crash
to the
for the night.
door, you're gonna hear a. I don't smell the fucking smell, but have a good night.
As they
See ya.
toddle off,
I'm
I'm
just gonna go for the toilet. 2 secs.
Yeah, no worries.
I say, right, boys, and Gwynny, of course. Look, as I see it, we've got two options at this point. Listen, we either crash for the night, take advantage of these free beds, which was lovely of the chap to offer, to be fair, and then we pick up some investigation in the morning, or we go see why you shouldn't be out at night. Because I mean, I don't care what those chaps say. There's definitely a smell out there. I think
I
that's one
want to see
get.
why we shouldn't be out at night.
I have a strange feeling that the mist and the smelly smell and the things in the church are all connected.
Yep, me too, old boy. I say we go back out. Maybe follow up on that capital idea that you had a while back of checking out the docks. We never did, and we should have done. It's a damn good idea. Say we do that.
Well, I said before we do anything, Connie, you need some bleeding water.
Possibly a
don't worry.
pie.
Right then, what's everyone doing?
Oh, I could right eat a pie.
I know, me too.
Bastard.
We're going to head outside and sort of head towards the docks from like where the mist was coming in to see what we can see. I think that was the decision.
See your
Okay.
smell.
Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside.
So as you go out, there's like a small little glimmer of sun left just over the horizon. It's still beaming enough light enough that you can visually see like things around you. But it's sort of that dark. If you stepped in dog shit, you wouldn't know it. If you get me.
Like moonlight and shit else.
Yeah, sort of. A little bit lighter than that.
Last hints of sun on the horizon.
Well, I'm going to just head sort of straight down towards kind of the docks area, or head this way, see.
I say, Richie, be careful. We don't know what that mist's all about just yet. We don't want to be getting too careless around these types of things.
I'm sure it's fine, old boy. But I do take a step back.
I get a perception roll from all of you.
Am I feeling perceptive?
There you go.
Yes.
I've got my hippo eyes.
No, yes, the floor here is made of floor.
Okay.
Could you not?
Okay, so Lucius and Guinevere, you've noticed that the mist is coming a lot more, like it's surrounding the village. Bernie and Cornelius, you've both noticed something about the darkness that's creeping in from the night. It's not like a typical black, like a normal night. It just seems a lot more darker, colder.
Like a dense darkness.
Yeah.
Like a darkness that swallows light.
Yep.
Like a
Is there,
fuck this shit, I'm out. The type of darkness and mist.
Essentially.
is there like an obvious
Smell.
sort of-
Is there an obvious smell?
The smell is still there. If you want me
I
to
was-
describe it, it's go on, Chop.
Sorry, I was gonna say, is there like an obvious point where this is emanating from? Like, is it
No,
just sort of
it's-
generally in the area, or is there like on the horizon? Is there like a point that it seems to emanate? But yeah,
No, I don't know if any of you have seen proper sea fog before, but it is just piling in from the sea. You can essentially just see the silhouette of the sun on the horizon coming down.
And
Do you
the
know what,
mist,
but-
and the darkness, and the smell.
do you know what, Bernie? I'm not all that comfortable. I once had a bad experience on the water with some mist.
I'm feeling a little bit suspect about the whole situation altogether, but I still don't feel like we've got any answers, so I'm somewhat determined to stick it out.
Yeah, hold fast, old boy. If you hear someone offering you Baileys, don't accept it.
No, why would I? That's strange.
It is. You'll see things you could never unsee.
I imagine so.
So yeah, I'm just going to kind of hold my ground, I guess. While
Sniff
it's
at
all
the air.
going in.
Yeah, so basically at this point it's enveloped the whole village. Like there is, and it's getting more and more dense as it's rolling. And at the minute it's sort of like it's around the whole village, but it's sort of around up to your ankles, up to your knees, sort of thing. But it's gradually getting higher and higher. There's no one around, so yeah. What's everyone doing?
Is there a presence? Can I feel like, is there anything like, is there something like watching us or anything like that? Am I feeling uneasy that way?
You're all four of you. Probably not Lucius because he's just going, oh fuck, ah.
The floor is made of floor.
So basically, all three of you, bar Lucius, you're feeling incredibly uneasy.
Considering just where I'm played myself on the map, it's like, oh, this shop has some nice stuff.
If you've ever had that feeling of being somewhere that you know you shouldn't be, it's that sort of feeling that's sort of rising inside you.
I think we should stick together, guys.
I think
Yeah,
that's probably a good call. Lucius, catch up!
Right, well, this shop's got some pretty nice stuff. No, I suppose then. I should make my way over to the group.
Yeah, so I'm just going to kind of back up, and while I'm doing this, I'm just kind of trying to just survey everything I can. Like, I'm listening, just extra alert, like listening for any little sounds, any noticeable changes, anything at all.
Yeah, there's no noticeable changes apart from just more and more fog coming in. You have noticed. One of the reasons why it is so dark is because the only light around you is coming from the inn. everything else is starting to become more and more pitch black as the sun disappears. So you've probably got about 2 or 3 real life minutes until the sun goes, and it is black.
Right, do we stand our ground or do we head back to the light?
Maybe standing around outside maybe not the wisest idea. Maybe we go inside and watch outside from a window. Everyone else just seems to stay inside without any trouble. No one said don't look out the window. No one said don't, you know?
Well, from the lookings, everybody else is already scattered, so I think we're a bit exposed here.
I'm just going to fire my musket out into the mist. Like, out towards the coast. I'm not firing it into the town, but I just want to fire it kind of out there. See if there's...
Into the densest point.
Yeah, see if there's a barrier or something that stops it, see if it hits anything.
And you hear, ow, that hurt! No, nothing happens. You fired a bullet into the mist.
Doesn't draw the attention of anything.
He's a bit trigger happy this go round, ain't he?
Shit's happened in the last 3 years for him.
3 years is a long bleeding time.
Person changes.
The things I've seen. Yeah, let's go back to the tavern then, I guess, if that's the only place we like.
So you
head
all go
back
back
to
down now, yeah?
Head back to the inn, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of stand in the hallway here.
I'm gonna go into this bedroom and see if I can see anything out the window.
I'm
So
gonna
assuming...
just stay here and pull up a chair to this window here and just kind of sit with a drink, just staring out into the night.
So the bartender's come over and it's like, I'm glad you've come back. It's night time now. It's probably not the safest to be out there. Like I said, we've got some beds. If you wanna sleep, sleep. If you wanna stay awake, stay awake. I'm off the bed.
Do you know what's out there?
It's just I guess you can call this a superstitious village. None of us have never liked the night. And he's just gonna go into his room and lock the door behind him. And with that, can you all roll perception? Well, anyone that's looking actually outside, roll perception.
Oh, yeah, see, I'm not. I'm still kind of stuck in the corridor.
That's,
Just one of you looking outside, yeah? Bernie, okay.
Well, I'm meant to be looking outside, but I saw a squirrel in the tree. I think I got a little bit distracted.
Don't like discordant violin music.
This is very murdery.
Nothing. The fog is now the mist is now a fog. You can just see the reflection of yourself. Basically, it's pitch black outside.
Is there any shadows in the fog?
No, like I said, it's just black. The only thing you can see is essentially the fog itself as it's rolling through, and your own reflection.
You know what? I'm going to step back outside. I'm going to step outside the door. I'm not going to go any further, but I'm going to close the door behind me and just see if there's anything about. See if there's anything I can sense and pick up on.
Can I get a Constitution save?
Yeah, sure. Oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Yeah, you see nothing. You just essentially you really cannot see much by the light. You just see sort of a small enclosed area where the inn is and where the light is around the square, and that's it. The fog is rolling in thick and fast.
I really don't like that save outcome's not being addressed. That's horrifying. I don't like it. I'll never do this to you lot again. I'm sorry. I'm just going to step back in then.
Aliens! It's aliens! We're aliens!
Do not step too close to the darkness or you may be sucked off.
So, what are you lot doing then?
Not
There's nothing
fucking
out there.
sleeping.
I say there's nothing out there. I've seen nothing. There's no evidence of anything else going on apart from the smell that we can't place. I'm going to bed.
I am also going to bed.
I am going to bed, but I'm gonna be fully underneath my covers, sat up. And that's how I'm gonna spend the night. Just scared.
Instead of keeping in bed, I'm going to sort of slouch into a chair.
Gonna go I've
Like,
drank too much of that green shit.
just like hobo it out, just sleep in a
Yeah.
chair.
Okay, so
It
as
supports
you
me
all
weight to sleep.
sort of fall off into a peaceful night's sleep, it's a little bit undisturbed. A couple of hours have passed. Can I get a perception roll from everyone, please? I'll address the lowest first. So, actually, to be fair, you have all woken up to some noises.
Inside the inn or outside the inn, where we're hearing this.
Outside the inn, all around you.
I'm gonna rush to like the window and see what I can see.
So what you can see, you can't really make out anything. You just see some glowing lights, and that's it. I have got a 20 I need to address before anyone does anything else. Just that. Vivi, your keen sense of perception has perked out that the things that you're hearing are not friendly. You know there are a lot of them.
Right, I'm gonna go to the front door. I'm gonna open the door again and see. I'm not gonna actually step out, but I'm gonna open the door.
I'm gonna run to the front door and just be like, "Don't! There's lots of them."
Alright, I'm just opening a crack. But yeah, so that's it. So I've kind of just got the door open a crack. I'm looking out. I'm trying to see what I can see outside. See if I can see anything else clearly.
I cannot see anything else clearly. It is still foggy. It looks the exact same as when you stood outside a couple of hours ago.
I'm gonna come through and just mention to Lucius Black, I've just seen some bloody bright ass lights outside. I don't know what they are.
God, no, I've not been paying much attention to the windows. I've been keeping.
Well, if I'm not seeing any obvious threat, I'm stepping further out.
Who's coming with him? Or is he going by himself?
I'm behind him, so I'm gonna come out with him.
Well,
Be like, "Bernie, stop this!"
Let's say I'm just making my way through. I've just like gone to Lucius and I'm gonna go see why Gwynny and Witty are. So
So you staying or are you coming?
I'm sort of hanging back a little bit, but he's like, everywhere he's going, I may as well. Just like a few steps behind him.
oh no. I'm still in the inn. I'm still in the inn, just so it's known. I am not outside the inn yet.
Okay.
I am outside it. I am, however, going to make a torch from my the shit I've got in my pack. have like flint and tinder, and I've got gunpowder from the muskets in my pistol, so I'm just going to use that. I'm going to make a little torch so I can try and see a bit better.
So you've done that. Guinevere, what are you doing?
I'm kind of just staying behind Bernie and telling him that this is a stupid idea. Something sounds like it's feeding.
And it's fine. And yeah, I'm just looking around trying to see if I can see anything that's making the noise, try and work out anything that's going on.
Cannot see anything. Like I said, it's still just foggy as hell. But obviously, there seems to be a lot more commotion happening now.
So I'm just going to step a little bit further out.
1 second, guys. I just need to deal with the kid.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah, well, as I say, I'm just stepping a little bit further out with my torch.
want to roll a perception check?
Absolutely. For fuck's sake.
So you can't see a lot. You can make out on your torch, bouncing off the shipyard and the various houses against the fog, that there are numerous figures.
See, like, my passive's 11. I mean, how much would I notice just from like my passive, just looking around and shit?
What I've just said, basically. You will have noticed like there are a lot of figures moving. How can I put this? Moving. You've seen their movements before.
As me and Bernie are still inside, sort of giving me an elbow nudge, just like, so who's going first then, me or you?
I don't know about that, old boy, but I don't think I fancy going out there. Can you fucking hear that sound? That doesn't sound pleasant. I don't want to fucking know.
I'll tell you what then, toss a coin.
Nope, after you, and I'm gonna push you out the door. And then I'm gonna shut it.
I'm gonna start shouting and drawing attention to myself.
Connie! Stop!
As it gets shoved out, it's like, oh god, I hate these folk and their big old hands.
And I'll just turn to him and go, hey, I've done nothing to you.
Why are you rolling?
So you're making attention to yourself. Nothing seems to. Nothing's coming forward. So who's out now? Have we got Lucius out?
Yeah, I'm sort of just being shoved out the door by Bernie's bloody great big mitts.
I'm thinking maybe we make his way up to the church. That's where the last sighting was.
Ah, church is a bit bleeding far away, lad.
No, that's fine. I 100% agree. I think that's it.
Corny's got a torch. Hopefully he can lead the way.
Yep, follow me. Let's go. I'm just gonna start marching off towards the church.
Oh, do you mean the wino?
Yes.
Fine, I'm sobered up now.
Can I get a perception check from all of you, please?
Just while this is happening.
All of you that have fallen coming here. So are you still in the house, Bernie?
Yeah, I'm still in the inn.
I don't like that 25D20.
Cornelius, again, you notice a few figures up ahead. Lucius, again, same. Guinevere, you've noticed a significant amount of them up ahead.
I want to follow him. I want to man up and take a deep breath and follow him. No, I'm a perception. And it don't matter anyway.
I'm gonna put a hand on Corny and I'm just gonna stop him. And and just let him know that there's a lot. Please, just be slow. There's a lot of them.
Alright, okay, slow and steady, we've got this.
And as Bernie comes out, it's like, listen, if you broke a rib, I'll have you, you bastard.
If I've broken your rib, then that means I've got a better chance of outrunning you later. And I'm gonna set off trotting past.
Bloody great leathery mitts.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep pushing forward a little bit, but I'll take taking it steady.
As you move forward, you start to see the forms of them appearing. They've not clocked you yet. They're sort of, there they are, the same creatures in the cells. They're sort of just trotting around a little bit aimlessly at the minute. Guinevere, you've got the highest perception roll. Can you roll perception again?
So who's rolling again? Sorry, all of us.
No, just me, I think, because I got the
That's you,
highest.
yeah.
Fine.
Just Guinevere. You notice that there is a lot more than what is coming to the light behind. You cannot tell how many, but you notice there is a lot more.
Guys, I'm not liking this.
We need to find out the answer for it all, though.
As is Gwenny the only one who's noticed the ones that are coming to view?
No, you've all noticed the ones that have come into view. Guinevere's noticed the numerous ones in the back, but you can't pinpoint how many there are.
So, as we've noticed the ones that come to view, I'm sort of going to give Bernie a nudge that, hey Bernie, watch this, I'm going to cast.
How many people can you enlarge or reduce? And can you do it to yourself?
So I put on myself, so I'm like super obscured, basically, that's what that does. Anything that's going to try and notice.
You've made me bigger before. Can you make this hippo girl smaller?
It's basically a stealth boy. That's I've opened my bit boy and opened a stealth boy, and that's all that is.
I'm gonna throw my torch into it.
You're gonna throw your torch?
I'm gonna make another one as well, but I'm gonna throw my torch out.
Wait, point to me where you're throwing it.
Kind of like over that way.
So,
Oh,
there
cop.
appears. Well, you can see yourself. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, like, no, I'm off back to the inn. I'm gonna go get a nap. I'll see you all in the morning. Bye.
Yeah, I guess just
Yeah,
retreat back to
guys,
the inn, yeah.
we can't do this. There is way too many of them.
So as you come back to the inn, there is the vicar. He's basically just shouted to you, "Come here quick! Come here quick!" Who's going to be taking a close look at him?
Me.
I'm gonna run up straight.
I'll go up as well because I've got the torch. I'll
Can I
make
get
sure
an
everyone
investigation
can see him.
check? Well, can I get an investigation check from anyone that is taking a closer look at him?
I say I'm not looking the.
Investigation, did you say?
Yeah, investigation.
I'm looking the priest vicar's direction. I sort of just heard his
Yeah.
voice and started backing up.
There we go.
Okay. Bernie, Cornelius, you have both noticed that he is significantly more injured than last time. He is so in fact injured he is missing an arm, a piece of his chest, and a piece of leg. Guinevere, you've noticed that there are numerous teeth marks, stab wounds around his wounds.
I'm gonna cast that on him.
It's not really going to have an effect, man. He's going to bleed out.
I'm just trying to keep him alive a little bit longer at this point.
So he said, right, I'm dying. The village is overrun. You've got to leave. You have to leave. There's no way you're going to be able to fight this.
But where did they all bloody come from?
They're the villagers. They
What?
are the villagers. Villagers have turned into them.
Well, they
Ju-
won't miss
just-
this many villagers.
Just be quiet, because they are attracted by noise.
Yeah, they know like bloody
Okay.
can't. They all ignored me.
They are the villagers. And with that, he sort of just goes, ugh, and then he keels over.
Ronnie, keep them bloody guns down.
I'm just still holding the torch, but in a minute,
I'm going to investigate him. Is he still alive?
He is dead.
He is dead. Oh.
Nope, fuck this.
Oh, no, they're all around us. Run back into the inn.
Sorry.
Alright, yeah, I was gonna follow everyone else and just run back.
You know what?
Yes.
Fuck it, we need to talk to Barnaby. That cunt knows more than this.
Oh, I just crashed. Shit, my roll 20 just crashed.
No worries, no worries.
I'm now talking to Barnaby again and kicking the snot out of him and finding out what he fucking knows, because if these are the fucking villagers, this is fucking insane.
Absolutely, this is ridiculous. We need to get to the bottom of this quickly.
Alright, well, I'm happy to wait until the sun comes up again until we go find it.
Yeah.
Because I don't fancy being out and about in this. I'm just gonna shove my way in.
With that, you start hearing them gather round the inn. And they're sort of banging against the inn. Some of them are aware that you're in there. They break some of the windows on the outside.
Alright, I'm just gonna start shooting through the windows.
Yeah, you can shoot them through the windows, but each time you shoot them, another one replaces it.
Right, I'm gonna shoot. Can someone help me with this bed?
Nope, I have a better idea. Witty, how many flasks of that green shit you got left?
Lots of them, dear boy. At least 5.
So at this point, they are all around the. They are all around the outside round here. Your entrance is still clear, but they're gathering around here.
Could I find like 5 glass bottles?
Yeah.
Cool. I find 5 glass bottles. I find a
7.
fucking.
Fine, 7. I've got 2 flasks that
There we
Bernie
go.
gave me earlier.
There we go. I got 7 flasks. So I find 7 bottles, and I make some fucking Molotov cocktails out of these fucking flasks. Let's get fucking tooled up. Just start yeeting them, and we're gonna run up that fucking hill and get Barnaby.
Yep, I'm all down for that.
Is that what you're doing? So
Let's fucking go.
Absolutely, yeah. So I'm just carrying as many of these as I can, and I am going to run out the door, light them off the torch, lob them into the crowd, and ton it up the hill.
That's it, all in a stream, just out of the door. As each one leaves the door, they throw what they're carrying and just set off up the hill.
So yeah, like the bottles have hit the floor. They have exploded like a petrol bomb would. Obviously, because it's a stupidly high alcohol content, that green shit. It's kept them at bay for, you've all noticed, for a couple of seconds, but they've gone forward into the flames. Some have fallen over as their legs are burning. More are just climbing over the top of them.
Run!
Yeah, I'm just tunning it. Get straight up that hill.
God, I can't wait to get a double one myself.
Okay, So you're on the road back up, leaving the village now.
So at this point, unless there's anything directly stopping me, I am just going to continue running forwards.
Let's say you ever seen an angry hippo charging? That.
You can charge through a river, so on dry land.
Yeah, so I'm guessing you still got your torch, yeah?
Yep.
So is that what you're doing? Are you just absolutely barging through?
Yep. Paying no attention at this point. I want no instance of what's going on. It's not helped us with anything so far. So I am just running up this hill until I get to the top, and then I'm going to confront this Barnaby chap.
That's fucking.
So just before you leave this road, can I get a perception roll from all of you, please?
I definitely didn't click the right thing.
Ooh. Nice, Brigadier.
I am all kinds of perceptive with my hippo eyes.
Cool. So
Finally
Bernie,
sobered up.
Bernie, Guinevere, the panic is just too much for you. You're far too frightened to be to understand what's happening. Lucius, again, you're scared. You're not as scared as the other two, but you're trudging on. Cornelius, you have noticed that you're not being followed, but you can hear effectively what is hundreds of them down in the village.
Alright, so I will shout that we are not being followed, but that is it. I am not breaking stride. I am getting my big hippo ass up this hill.
Yeah, same. Him saying that there's hundreds doesn't slow me down at all. I am just running full pelt, and I don't stop until I get inside the inn.
So as we get straight to the inn, I aren't even hesitating my charge. I'm gonna rush straight up to Barnaby, grab him by the neck, by the crotch, lift him into the air, put him against the wall, and yell into his face, "Brigadier Cornelius Nigel George Thornbury Whitworth the Fifth is entering the inn!"
And he is just sort of overreacting, going, "Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck is happening? I thought you was down in the village. What's happening? What have you found out? Why are you treating me like this? What the fuck is going on?"
You wish we were down in the village, oh boy. We've got some fucking questions for you.
In the simplest of terms, that village ain't fucking normal, Chappie.
One simple request, my dear boy. Talk now.
What? Ow! What the fuck are you headbutting me for?
He's a hippo, it's his preferred weapon of choice.
Please explain what the fuck is going on, and he's gonna wipe the blood away from his nose.
You, please explain why there's a village full of fucking undead fish people trying to kill us.
You can see the shock and confusion on his face. What do you mean undead?
Don't play fucking stupid. It's your village. You're the third descendant of the people that run this village since fucking forever. Don't pretend for one moment that you've not heard a thing.
I've not fucking heard a thing.
I'm gonna throw him across the fucking room.
Young. Everybody just slow down. What happened? What did the foreigners do? Why have you all come in here all panicked?
As we don't know what's caused what, but we weren't fighting that small army down there.
Hold on.
Right, at this point, I say that we shoot him, and then in the morning we go down and we shoot those two foreigners, and then we leave and never come back. Who's with me? Let's have a drink.
Well, I'm happy with that last step.
Drink.
Well, I'm happy with those
So
last two
he's gonna
steps.
sort of
Can't
put his
we
hands
just-
up and you pointed the gun to him and just go, please, you can have all my wealth, but please, what is happening with my village? What is happening to the people?
Well, the problem is that you said that there was a small problem, and it turns out there's not only not a small problem, it's a significantly fucking large problem that you have definitely not got the funding to pay for, and we are not dealing with it. There's an adventurer dead down there that you're going to have to explain to some authorities, and we're having nothing to do with it. Tatty bye! And I'm going to set off for the door.
Wait! Please. I'm telling the truth. I have no idea what you're talking about. Can you at least explain to me what's happened to my village?
If I was an asshole, I'd tell you to go down there and have a look. But I won't.
When was the last time you went down to the village? When was the last time you spoke to the villagers down there?
It must have been the day after yesterday, about 2 days ago.
I want to pick him up. I want to throw him
No,
over my
no, it's
shoulder.
been weird.
Right, I'm going to pick him up. I'm going to throw him over my shoulder, and I'm going to march back out of the door and start going back down the hill with him over my shoulder because I don't know what else to do at this point, and I'm going to scare him into telling me what's going on.
He's just going to be stumping you. Going, what the fuck is happening? You're not telling me what is wrong. What's happened? Tell me what you saw.
I will explain everything to him.
Oh.
It looks and smells and sounds like a load of
Bullshit.
well, things that used to be alive eating things that are alive.
Right. So let me get this straight. The villages are no more. There are these fish people. My village is dead.
Well,
I have
your
no
village
idea if they're dead.
Your villagers didn't even seem to look like they were looking at us.
They didn't even
Right.
realise we were hippos.
Can everyone cast a perception check, please? I'm sure you know nothing.
Indeed.
Yes, you know
Ooh.
less.
I'm the one who knows something for a change.
Bernie, you don't know anything either. Guinevere, you've noticed the Lord Barnaby has gone white as a ghost. Listen, geez, there are some beds upstairs. Please use it. This pub is protected by some old magic. I don't know if it's true, but I've always believed it's true. I think we should, in the morning, we need to wait the night out, and in the morning we shall all go down as one and see what has happened.
Yeah, alright, we'll all do that then, I guess.
I think that's the best bet, and we need to find these two guys again and have a word with them. They've definitely brought some sort of curse.
At this point, he has just fainted.
Alright, then, yeah, so...
I'm going to grab him by an ankle and drag him upstairs and throw him into one of the empty beds. And then drop into one nearby and snooze.
Yeah, I'll do the same follow-up.
Try and sleep with all the horror going on outside.
That wind sounds proper relaxing to me. It's making me want to go sleep.
Give me a couple seconds, please. You've all gone to bed, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bernie, Lucius, Guinevere. You had a troubled night's sleep, but you slept through. Cornelius. You saw too much. You essentially got affected by the curse, and over the night you had a torturous night dream. You dreamt you was drowning. And as you've woken, you've gone to touch your skin, and instead of there being the normal warm leathery skin, you are met with this cold, slimy touch. As you look into a mirror, you have turned into one of the fish people. And that's it.
Well, bloody hell.
Yeah, Chop. You got it right. Yeah, I'm surprised you got that early on.
It was the Lovecraft, man.
Yeah, but yeah, I based this on the Shadow over Innsmouth horror story.
So I get in Lovecraft. I couldn't figure which one. Yeah, it does make sense.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, no, nicely done, mate. Very good interpretation of it.
Yeah, we're really good.
So, like, the more I've got into the Lovecraft, like,
Poor
I
Corny.
think you should have a phobia of the sea.
I know, right? Can we
A,
make
pho-
this?
a phobia of the sea and caves.
Can we make this non-canon? I don't want Corny to turn into a fish person.
Corny
Right,
is a
Corny?
fishman. Fishman.
Yep. I
Yep.
simply refuse to accept it.
Retired.
You are now fish. Blub blub blub.
Well, do you know what? Multiverse, and if you go and check on rule page, fuck you, I'm a DM, you'll see that I live.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, man, it was good.
Very good, Spence.
I did put a lot of planning into it, so yeah.
I do like these RP heavy sessions.
Yeah, well, that's all it was ever going to be because, like I said originally, it was going to be 9 people.
You're very good at them. You're very, very good at them.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Then I will
yeah.
end the stream there. Then everybody, everyone that's in the chat, thank you very much, and we'll be live again next week. Again.
All right.
Just with me, like the amount of stuff I've been going through YouTube and looking at D&D, my like YouTube Shorts is becoming very D&D heavy, and
Yeah.
I'm just getting infinite ideas of like D&D characters I want to make. It's like the one I came across with like a cleric one where his backstory is based off of one of the 7 deadly sins.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And it's like the lust one were like, oh yeah, you slept with the head priest of your order's mistress, but it turns out she was a succubus. That was lust.
Tom, just very quickly, I remember, are you Drakenstone next week?
I'm not sure. Am I?
I think it would be in your room because we did a couple of corpse frogs. I'm happy to do corpse frogs again. Like I'm already, I know kind of where we're going next, but if we were going back into turn order, it would be Drakenstone. I'm on night next week, so again, I would need to. I can play, but I will need to dip at like 10:20. So at the latest, I'd need a reason or a way to sort of quickly vanish.
I could just
If I'm
play till that point. We can just play till that point. That's fine. So yeah, we'll be running Drakenstone next week then. We'll be live at the same time. So to catch you there. Goodbye.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.